Hello everyone, this is me and this is my current profile, and this is part 6 video of pressure vessel. In last video we have discussed about thick cylinders. Also we have discussed equations to calculate the thickness. From this equation we understood that the value of thickness increases as the value of fluid pressure increases. For large pressure vessels, thickness will be large and also reduce and to reduce the thickness of such pressure vessels, a process called autofrettage is carried out. So in this video we will discuss about autofrettage. Autofrettage is a process of pre-stressing the cylinder before using it in service. In other words, autofrettage is a process in which residual compressive stresses is imposed on the cylinder. In short, cylinder is compressed or squeezed by external force to increase the stress carrying capacity. Now this autofrettage can be done by three methods. First one in that is compounding of cylinder. Second one is overloading the cylinder, and the third one is wire wound cylinder. Compounding of cylinder consists of two concentric cylinders. The bigger one is called jacket and the smaller one is called cylinder. Jacket is fitted over the cylinder by heating the jacket and cooling the cylinder. By heating the jacket expands, and by cooling the cylinder shrinks. And at these temperatures, both are assembled and brought to normal temperature. While cooling, the jacket shrinks and induces compressive stresses on the cylinder. The second method consists of applying a overloading pressure by a fluid at the inner surface such that the inner diameter is subjected to stresses in the plastic range, while the outer portion is still in the elastic range. And when the pressure is released, the outer portion contracts, exerting pressure on the inner portion which has undergone permanent deformation. This induces residual compressive stresses at the inner surface. In the third method, a wire under tension, that is a elastically stretched wire, is wound around the cylinder. This results in a residual compressive stresses in it. Now all three methods of autofrettage increases the pressure capacity of the cylinder, and the residual compressive stresses closes the cracks within the cylinder wall, resulting in increased endurance strength. Out of these three methods, compound cylinder is extensively used in practice. Let us discuss compound cylinder in detail. A compound cylinder consists of a cylinder and a jacket as shown in figure. The inner diameter of jacket is slightly smaller than the outer diameter of cylinder. When the jacket is heated, it expands sufficiently to move over the cylinder. As the jacket cools, it tends to contract on the inner cylinder, which induces residual compressive stresses. There is a shrinkage pressure P between the cylinder and the jacket. The pressure P tends to contract the cylinder and expand the jacket. Due to this, there is an increment in inner diameter of jacket denoted by delta J, and there is a decrement in outer diameter of cylinder denoted by delta C. Adding both, we get delta equal to delta J plus delta C, where delta is the total deformation, which is equal to delta equal to P d2 divided by E in bracket 2d2 square into d3 square minus d1 square divided by d3 square minus d2 square into d2 square minus d1 square, where d1 is the inner diameter of cylinder, d2 is the outer diameter of cylinder, and d3 is the outer diameter of jacket. Here E is the Young's modulus and P is the shrinkage pressure, which is calculated using the equation of maximum tangential stress at the inner surface of the jacket, that is sigma T equal to P into d3 square plus d2 square divided by d3 square minus d2 square. Using the equation, let us solve one numerical. A high pressure cylinder consists of a steel tube with inner and outer diameter of 20 and 40 mm respectively. It is jacketed by an outer steel tube having a outer diameter of 60 mm. The tubes are assembled by a shrinking process in such a way that the maximum principal stress induced in any tube is limited to 100 Newton per mm square. Calculate the shrinkage pressure and original dimensions of the tubes. E equal to 207 kilonewton per mm square. Now in this problem, inner diameter of cylinder, that is D1, is given. D1 is equal to 20 mm. Also outer diameter of cylinder, that is D2, is given. D2 is equal to 40 mm. Also outer diameter of jacket is given, which is equal to D3 equal to 60 mm. After compounding, stresses induced, that is sigma T, is equal to 100 Newton per mm square, and Young's modulus is given, E equal to 207 kilonewton per mm square, and we are asked to calculate shrinkage pressure and inner diameter of jacket, as all other dimensions are given. The shrinkage pressure is calculated using equation of maximum principal stress, that is maximum tangential stress at the inner surface, and by substituting the values of diameter in the equation, the value of P, that is shrinkage pressure, is equal to 38.46 Newton per mm square. In the second step, substituting the value of shrinkage pressure P, Young's modulus E, and diameters D1, D2, D3, we get total deformation equal to 0.0317 mm. Now since outer diameter of inner tube is 40 mm, therefore inner diameter of jacket is given by 40 minus deformation, that is 0.0317 and is equal to 39.9683 mm. Now this means the jacket before compounding had inner diameter equal to 39.96 mm, and after compounding it has expanded equal to the total deformation delta, which is equal to 0.0317 mm. And while this expansion it has exerted shrinkage pressure equal to P, which is equal to 38.46 Newton per mm square. Thank you.